Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me to introduce myself. My name is Ainun Apriawan from English Education 2018, Class A. Here, I will represent my thesis about analysis of cognitive students' domain through books to improve student reading skills. I will explain about my thesis about analysis of students' cognitive domain through books to improve students' reading skills. Well, I will explain about three topics, but 1, but 2, and but 3. Well, firstly, background. Reading is one of the four language skills. It is important to be learned and mastered by every individual. Reading is take a main point of text. Can you relax interaction with the feelings and thought, obtain information and improve the science knowledge? According to Bauman, in the 1991, reading is an appropriate means to promote lifelong learning. By teaching the children how to read means giving children a future, this which provides a technique to explore how the world wherever he chooses and provide the opportunity to get a goal in life. Reading is a process of interaction between the writer and the reader through written text which is able to expand the reader's knowledge to interpret the writing into the correct meaning. Reading can be interpreted as an interactive process in building meaning. Well, next. Difficulty on reading. Reading is also difficult experienced by students. There are several difficulties that students experience in improving their reading skills. One of its factors is difficult on understanding the meaning of the text. According to the Jamaris, in the 2014 state that difficulty learning to read is caused by development of the central nervous system which has minimal dysfunction. Jamaris states that difficulty learning to read is caused by development of the central nervous system which has minimal dysfunction. Well, next, number 2. Important to learn. Even though reading is difficult thing, reading is also very important to learn. Reading is very important. Reading usually used in education and workplace. In education, when students want to improve his knowledge, he usually needs media to increase it through reading. In workplace, usually need to analyze a problem in workplace. We can improve students' abilities such as the ability to analyze, understand, and apply things. In the research that I will do, I will examine the cognitive influence of students to improve their reading ability. I think the cognitive influence of students is very important in the process of improving their reading ability because the role of the cognitive domain is very influential in terms of students' thinking patterns and the analysis process in reading so that the result of students' reading can be applied and students have a response to what they read. Experience of success or failure in learning to read have an influence on students' attitude towards reading and internal aspect. Active orders that cause students to gain such as success or failure in their learning can cause students to be more excited, or the reverse can cause frustration at students' learning. Well, next. Next. The research focus. The research focus determine the correlation between cognitive domain students improve students' reading ability by using a book for grade 12. And the benefits of this research can find out the correlation between the two so that it can improve the mastery of reading ability. From the result of the study, students or teachers of English can find out the correlation between the two so that it can improve the mastery of reading ability. As for future researches, the result of this research can be used as a reference for better research relate this study. Well, next. Previous relate study. Based on Destri Anu Arisandi, Iputu Ingura Wagi Martiaman, SPD MPD, Niwayan Surya Mahayanti, SPD MPD, an analysis of the type of reading comprehension question used by teacher in senior high school in Singaraja based on cognitive domains of Reface Bloom's taxonomy. This study was aimed at analyzing the types of reading comprehension questions used by English teachers in senior high school in Singaraja. The analysis was based on the cognitive domains of Reface Bloom's taxonomy. The design used in the study was qualitative research design. The source of this data were the students' textbook, students' worksheet, and the questions that were asked by the teachers orally in the class during 4 meetings. After analyzing all of the questions that were used by the teachers, interview was conducted in order to gain the teachers' reasons of using the used question. The result of the analysis show that the oral and written question used by the teachers mostly refers to remembering factual knowledge, with percentage 35% in the student's textbook and 57.95% in the student's worksheet and 45.61% in the oral question that were used by the teacher during the teaching activity. The second most dominantly used in the oral written question was understanding factual knowledge level with percentage 35.21% in the student's textbook and 23.67% in the student's worksheet and 36.84% in the oral question that were used by the teachers in the class. Use the questions that were used by the teachers are more emphasis on lower order thinking question. Well, next. Theoretical framework. Based on Fabrina, Bustami, Asman, Asnawi Muslim, analysis of reading comprehension question by using Reface Bloom's taxonomy on higher order thinking skill. Them said that the objective of this research was to investigate the 3-up level of cognitive domain of Reface Bloom's taxonomy used in the textbook entitled Bahasa Inggris in senior high school grade 11 semester 1, namely analysis level, evaluation level, and creating level. Using this descriptive qualitative method, and content analysis. This study examined the question in the reading comprehension test only to determine to what extent the reading comprehension question emphasizes on high-order thinking. This research focused on analyzing the bahasa, the English language, on senior high school textbook grade 11 semester 1, published by the Ministry of Education and Culture. The research collected and listed the question in the reading comprehension test and then calculate the percentage and frequencies of each level of cognition in each separate book chapter and in all 5 combined book chapters. The result showed that the most dominant level in the textbook was higher order thinking skills. It was 66.8% of 100%, while it was 33.4% for lower order thinking skills. It indicates that this textbook concentrates more on higher level thinking question than lower level thinking. Well, next. This research will be established in Vocational High School of Labuang. This school is one of the most popular schools in Polewali Mandar Regency. Well, next, the research method. Well, the research method. The research design and type in this research is categorized as qualitative descriptive research. The qualitative descriptive research method, according to Nasir in 1908, descriptive method is a method in examining the status of group of people and object, a set of a condition, system of thought, or a class of events in the present. This research was conducted to get description domain cognitive students through the exercise in the book in increased reading skill students. According to the other experts, the qualitative descriptive research method contains Sukma Dinata in the 2017 stance, which is a method used to describe and characterize existing phenomena, both natural and human engineering, with a focus on characteristic, quality, and interconnection between activities. In other words, the outcome of this descriptive study is a description of the current data. That is why this research called descriptive, because it describes students' perform in reading comprehension. According to SONA, the 2020, descriptive research aims to accurately and systematically describe a population, situation, or phenomena. It can answer what, where, when, and how question, but not why question. A descriptive research plan can study and one or more variables using a range of research methods. Unlike experimental research, the researchers does not manipulate or modify the variables. Instead, they are observed and measured. Well, next, data collecting technique. This data collecting technique will be used interview and observation, and data analysis will be used descriptive method. Well, I think enough for me. Thank you very much for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.